Moving on to the next topic, exponential and logarithmic functions. So before we get into the examples and exercise questions, you need to know a few formulas. So இதை எப்படி நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம்னா log p to the base a equal to alpha, log p to the base b equal to beta and log a to the base b equal to gamma. So இதை மூணுத்தையும் consolidate பண்ணா you're going to get a formula which is given here. So இதை நான் இப்ப rewrite பண்ணா what am I going to get? I'll have log of a to the base b which is here in the denominator equal to log p to the base b divided by log p to the base a. Basically இந்த இடத்துல a b இருக்கா, so this a and b, you'll have a and b here. Okay, so இதை எப்படி நம்ம prove பண்ண போறோம்? What is given here? Log p to the base a is equal to alpha. So இதுக்கு முன்னாடி basic rule என்னன்னா, you should know that log of some value x to the base e equal to some value q. Now what is x? Taking exponent on both sides, you'll have e to the log e x equal to e to the q. You also should know that e to the log of something is the value itself. Okay, rendu rules theriyano. One, you have to take your exponent, this you should know, and the next thing is e to the log of some value is going to give me the value itself. E to the log of 10 is going to be 10. E to the log of a, b, c, d is going to give me a, b, c, d. So you should know these basic rules. So இப்போ இங்கே என்ன தெரியுது? E to the log of x is nothing but x is equal to e to the q. Okay, so why do you have e to the q here? Because your base is e. So you need to understand that when you have log x to the base e is equal to q, you have e to the q equals x. The e here will be used here. Okay, so e to the q is equal to x. So இதை யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? You have, it is given that log p to the base a is equal to alpha ன்னு கொடுத்திருக்கு. So what is my p? It is going to be a to the alpha. A here is going to be raised, correct? A to the alpha ன்னு இருக்கு. So this is one thing. What is my second one? Log p to the base b equal to beta. So log p to the base b equal to beta. So what will be my value of p here again? It is going to be b raised to power beta. Okay, so you have p equal to a to the power alpha and p equal to b to the power beta. மூணாவது என்ன தெரியும்? Here you have log a to the base b equal to gamma. So I have log a to the base b equal to gamma. So what is going to be my value of a? It is going to be b raised to the power gamma. Okay, இப்போ இங்க மூணு relation தெரியும். You know that p is equal to a to the alpha, p is equal to b to the beta, and you have a equal to b to the gamma. So இதை ஏதாவது ஒரு formula போடலாமா? So first of all, these two are equal. So I have a to the alpha equals b to the beta. So இந்த இடத்துல a என்னது? b gamma. So I have a is nothing but b raised to gamma raised to alpha equals b raised to beta. So I have b gamma alpha equals b beta. Since the bases are same, the powers can be equated. So equate பண்ணா என்ன கிடைக்கும்? I'll have gamma alpha equals beta. So in the relation ல என்ன வருது நமக்கு? We know that gamma equals beta divided by alpha. But what is my beta? You know that beta is log p to the base b. So which is this, and you have alpha, which is alpha and you have alpha to be log p to the base a. So I have log p to the base a. And what is my gamma? Gamma is going to be log a to the base b. It is over here. Okay, so this is proof. You need to understand the proof very, very clearly. Now moving on to the next formula. So in the this you have already learnt in your basic classes. But again, I'll let you know what is given here. I'm not going to prove this. You have the proof right here. Okay. So idhula enna kuduthirukna, when you have log p q, if you have a product p times q, you can split the log as log p plus log q. Okay, p q னு இருந்ததுனா அத சம்மா ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணலாம். If you have division instead of a product, if you have p by q, you can split this as log p minus log q. Okay, it can be the base of anything. இந்த இடத்துல b கொடுத்திருக்கு, so I'll write b. It can be to the base of anything. So log or a base வந்து, for this case it is b. You can also have log p to the base e or log p to the base b or log p to the base 10. You can have any base, but the base has to be same. இங்க b இருந்ததுனா இங்கேயும் b தான் இருக்கணும். Okay, so you have, when you have a product, you're going to add. When you have division, you're going to subtract. Okay, so these two formulas you need to remember. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு சில differentiation தெரியணும். You have also learned this in your derivatives, but again I'll let you know. d by dx of log x is going to be 1 divided by x. This is very, very useful. Next one, d divided by dx of e to the x is going to be simply e to the x. Okay, no change. So you have to understand all these. Now moving on to example questions. Okay, so in the page it is very very important. It is very basic. So you need to know this formula and you need to know these two formulas and these two derivatives. Okay, now moving on to example 28. Is it true that x is equal to e to the log x for all real x? Okay, how do you solve this? First I have my RHS. RHS la enna irukku? I'll take my RHS. I have e to the log x. I'm going to write this as y. So inga enna irukku? Y is equal to e to the log of x in irukku. I'm going to take log on both sides. So what will I have? Log y equals log e to the log x. Okay, you need to know one more formula, which is, I'll write it down here. Innoru formula enna, whenever you have log of some x to the power n, this can also be written as n log x. Correct? When you have log of 10 to the 2, idu nama eppadi eluduvom? 2 log 10 eluduvoma. The power basically comes forward. Okay, the entire power comes forward. So in the relation theriyano. So how do I use it here? Here I have log y is equal to log e to the log x. So this particular power, this will come down. In the power irukku, this will come down. So I'll have log y equals log x into log e. What is my log e? Log e is what a value, and it is going to be 1. You have to know this also. So log y is equal to log x into log e, which is 1. So I have log y equals log x. Taking anti-log on both sides, I'll have y is equal to x. But what is my y from the question? What did we equate? Y is equal to e to the log x. So I have e to the log x is equal to x, which they are asking in the question to prove. So in the question line x is equal to e to the log x. So we have ultimately proved that. They are asking if it is true for all real x. You need to know that log x exists only for positive values of x. Okay, positive values of x. So it is not all real x, only the positive real numbers. All real numbers na ipdi edhuvom. Only the positive real numbers na we'll write r raised to some power plus. Okay, power kadayadu. This is just a way of representing it. Okay, please copy. So first enna pannom, right hand side oru variable ku assign pannom ya, taking log on both sides. I'll also write that. So here what is the next step? Taking log on both sides. Taking log on both sides, log y is equal to log e to the log x. In the enna relation use pandrom? Here I am using log of x raised to the power n is n log x. Okay, the power comes down. So we are using that relation over here. Next, kadasi step la in the we are taking the anti-log. Okay, so anti-log on both sides. This is your final answer. So you have proved. So hence proved. Hence proved, and this is true for all positive real numbers. Okay, copy. Example 29. Differentiate the following with respect to x. Okay, this is very very easy. First subsection enna, I'm going to write y is equal to e to the minus x. So what is my dy by dx? Differentiating on both sides with respect to d by dx, I'm going to have d by dx of e to the minus x. So what is the derivative of e to the x? It is going to be simply e to the x, but bracket la I have a minus x. So I need to do d by dx of minus x also. So what is my final answer? D by dx of minus x is a minus 1. So my final answer is minus e to the minus x. Okay, derivative eppadi edukkanum therinjada? Derivative of e to the x is simply e to the x, but x oda coefficient enna, it is a minus 1. So when you differentiate x also, you are going to get minus 1. Basically idu eppadi varudhu? You know that d by dx of e to the x is equal to e to the x. How do you get this? You are also differentiating the x. D by dx of whatever you have to the power of e, you are also differentiating that. But since this is 1, we are omitting that. Adha vandu calculation la nama pandrathu kedaiyadu. Okay, so please understand that you have to differentiate the x also. Now second subsection, sine of log x where x is greater than 0. In that x greater than 0 kuduthirukku because log cannot have any negative values inside that. So sine of log x. Ipo d by dx of sine of log x is going to be, I'm going to differentiate this. So first sine differentiate panna enna varum? Derivative of sine is going to be a cos. So I'll have cos of x and in the log x. Then I need to differentiate what is inside sine. So d by dx of log x. What is my next step? Cos of log x stays the same. d by dx of log x is going to be 1 divided by x. So what is my final answer? Cos of log x divided by x. Okay. What is my third question? Cos inverse of e to the x. So y is equal to cos inverse of e to the x. When I take cos on both sides, I am going to have cos y is equal to e to the x. இப்போ ரெண்டு சைடும் நான் derivative கண்டுபிடிக்க போறேன். I am going to have d by dx of cos y is equal to d by dx of e to the x. What is d by dx of cos y? d by dx of cos y is derivative of cos is minus sin. So minus sin y d by dx of இந்த y மறந்துடக்கூடாது. So what is this? Minus sin y dy divided by dx. And what is the derivative of e to the x? It is going to be e to the x. So இந்த இடத்துல LHS என்ன இருக்க போகுது? I have minus sin y dy divided by dx equals e to the x. So what is dy by dx? It is equal to e to the x divided by minus sin y. I'll write the minus in the numerator. So e to the x divided by sin y, which I can also write it as e to the x divided by sin kum cos ku ena relation? Sin square y plus cos square y equals 1. So sin y is equal to square root of 1 minus cos square y. இதே தான் திரும்ப திரும்ப போட்டுட்டு இருக்கோம். So I have square root of 1 minus cos square y. What is my cos y from this? Cos y is equal to e to the x. அதை substitute பண்ண என்ன ஆகும்? Minus e to the x divided by square root of 1 minus e to the x the whole square, which is minus e to the x divided by square root of 1 minus e to the 2x. E to the x the whole square and e to the 2x. Okay. What is my fourth subsection? E to the power cos x. So fourth subsection, y is equal to e to the power cos x. So taking d by dx on both sides, what will I have? d by dx of y is equal to d by dx of e to the cos x. So what will I have? dy divided by dx is equal to e to the x or the derivative and it is again e to the x. But I need to differentiate the cos function. Correct? So d by dx of cos x, which is going to be e to the cos x times cos x or a derivative is minus sin x. I'll just shift this here. I do not have space. So this is equal to minus sin x e to the cos x. Okay, please copy.